Hi, parents of my world literature students. Welcome to our virtual presentation. Not how we wanted this to go for our sixth formers, but nonetheless, it's been great having the kids back on campus. And I only have 4 in class, and the other 3 are online. But nonetheless, we're making a good go of it and trying to get everybody included. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up in Connecticut and attended undergraduate college. My degree is from Franklin and Marshall College in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I then taught in Baltimore City for a year before heading off to Johns Hopkins University to continue my graduate work. And after Johns Hopkins, I headed up to New York, worked at a boarding school there for 6 years, teaching English and doing some college counseling and coaching, all the usual boarding school things. And a good friend of mine who worked down here at St. James said, hey, when the opportunity happens, we'd love to have you come down. And that was over 20 years ago now. This is now my 21st year at St. James, and I'm continuing to enjoy my time. My time here has been rich and rewarding. I've taught full-time. I've been dean of students. I was college counselor for a few years, and now I've been the assistant headmaster for the past now 4 years, but happy to say I'm heading back to the classroom full-time next year, which brings me to my summer. I'll be heading up to Middlebury College just to get back into studying and being a student again and enjoying some time up in Vermont. A little bit about the course. As the namesake would suggest, world literature, we study literature from around the world, looking at novels and short stories and poems. We've already enjoyed a novel by an author from India. We've traveled off to South America through some poetry and short stories, and now this week heading off to Japan through a bit of a murder mystery. We have the PSATs this week, of course, which is interrupting our class schedule just a little bit. So it's Monday right now, and I won't see the kids till Thursday. But they're off to a very good start. I'm going to share my screen just to show you a little bit of where things rest and how things work. So most of what I do with the kids rests in Blackbaud. All of their assignments here, my course syllabus you can find here as well if you want to see some of the things that we'll be doing. Expectations for our online learners are all located here as well. All of my assignments are posted in Blackbaud. So far, so good. I think things have been clear for the kids, both online and live. As we toggle through this a little bit, you can see some of the topics we've been addressing. I throw things in here both for graded material and just out of interest. And you can see when we started The White Tiger, we looked at some of the poetry that was mentioned in The White Tiger, both by authors by Rumi and Iqbal. We've talked a little bit about some of the philosophical notions of existentialism, absurdism, and nihilism. Here I will also put in sample introductions. So for instance, if I click here, we'll be able to take a look at a file that I shared with the kids. This was a sample introduction written as a scholarly essay. So we were able to use these as exemplars and see what works and may not work. While we're working on the voice of their own writing. So we do take a look at the kids' writing as well as the writing of professionals. In some ways, just finding ways to imitate, are there particular sentence structures that they like, ways of organizing an essay, and those sorts of things as we look at, what experts in the field are doing and what students are doing as well. And then here I've also posted some of the poems that we've looked at, and then an entire explication of a poem. So they have examples here, and I keep posting those as we go through each of our assignments. We use the smartboard quite a bit. Let me stop sharing my screen here and come on back. So our classroom this is really it. I've got a nice big classroom for just a few students here for our 4 who are in class, but also our smart board set up on the side for our online learners to join and to share screens. And, so far, the kids have adjusted so well. They really know how to get the work done. They do things without complaint. Well, not homework all the time. Sometimes they like to complain about that, but that's okay. But really, that's the overview of the course. I offer this mainly as an opportunity just for you to see me and see some of their environment where they're learning, and just to offer the opportunity for you to reach out, either through email or call me on my office phone. You can also contact me through the message feature in Blackbaud. But that's where we are right now. I mean, as sixth formers, our main goal is to make sure that they are writing at a college level. I'm always amazed at the journey our kids have with regard to writing, and we hear time and time again our kids, when they walk into college, are so far ahead of students just because they write a lot, they get a lot of feedback, they work so hard at what they do. So rest assured, when they step onto that college campus, they'll be ready for that work. We're also working hard on becoming independent readers in the sense that reading a work with care and with insight, but also bringing their own constructs to the reading and being confident in interpreting. While there can be sort of a set of right answers, not to operate too far outside of those, especially when we're looking at poetry. Basically trying to piece the puzzle together, the art puzzle together of poems, short stories, and novels. And I really enjoy hearing their notions. They bring such great wisdom, even at their age. Their life experiences are so important as they try to understand the literature that I choose. And again, next to the writing, I think that's probably my other main goal, is just for them to be able to see themselves and relate to the literature, to enjoy it. And certainly not everybody likes everything that we read, but at least to appreciate the artistry, and to be able to tell me why, and in a mature and intellectual way, why they may not like a particular piece of literature. But anyway, that's world literature in a nutshell, and we hope to see you on campus soon. Hopefully, we'll be able to move beyond this situation and get all our friends and family here on campus. But thanks for tuning in, and again, reach out if you have any questions.